Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. We're going to keep talking about canine units in the county of Du Bois, and now we're going to be talking about the Jasper City Police Canine Unit, and we're talking with Adam Bauer. Officer Bauer is the canine handler for the Jasper City Police. You're relatively new, though. You've just recently gotten your dog.
Yes, I got my dog in April of 2013, and I've been home with him since mid-May.
Okay, so you say you got your dog in April. Did you train with him then from April to May?
I went to a kennel called Mid-Michigan Kennels, in just south of Lansing, Michigan.
Okay.
And I got him from there, and I picked him up mid-April, and then I was up there with him until mid-May, training with him.
Okay, well, tell me about your dog.
My dog is a Belgian Malinois. He's 18 months old. He was born in Poland in February of 2012, and he's a single-purpose dog, narcotics detection.
Okay.
He will smell five scents, and he lives with me in my house and my family.
Okay, and are you on duty 24/7? Because you never know when somebody's going to get pulled over.
No, yeah, kind of in a sense, I guess. I mean, obviously, I still have a life that I live, but you know, I do get called out quite often to assist other officers with narcotics searches and stuff.
Now, you've been a police officer for how long?
10 years.
Okay, but you're just a few months that you've been a canine handler.
Yes.
Why the transition? Why go from an officer to being a canine officer?
It's always something that's interested me, and the dogs fascinate me in their ability to work and detection and handler protection and tracking and stuff like that. But the opportunity presented itself. We had a canine with the Jasper Police Department that retired last year, and I approached the Chief Mike Bennett about possibly getting another canine, and we did some talking and some research, and I was able to take on the role.
Okay, and having a canine is not an inexpensive venture for a police department.
No, it's
there's
not
training and such. Do you get support from the community?
I do. I've gotten wonderful support from the community. The dog has been solely funded through private donations, and I can't thank the donators enough. It'd be Walmart, Herb 10 Foundation, Pet Sense provides me food. There's a vet in town that provides me the vet services. So, everything has been fully funded thus far.
Okay. Now, your dog is really pretty young, and you're pretty new into this. How long is a dog good for this sort of work?
The average I'm hearing, I've seen him retire as early as 5 years, but the guy that I trained with, he said, on average, 8 to 10 years.
Okay. Now tell me about the training for the dog. Are you trained as well as the dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's primarily what I did in that entire month. The dog was not a green dog when I say green dog. He was already partially trained when I got him. I would say that he was 85% trained when I got him, and then they pair you together, and that's when the final training comes together. You learn him, he learns you, and that ultimately teaches you your dog, which are the biggest things, and the canine work.
How does your dog spot drugs? If he sees drugs, what does he do?
If he smells drugs, he's going to sit.
Okay.
He's a passive indicator.
Okay. So, and are there other things that you kind of watch for with your dog? I guess he's your partner.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen him do in training. If there's narcotics that are hitting high in a room or something like that, he'll jump up on the wall or whatever it is, and he'll freeze. That's also an indicator.
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily have to sit. There are certain indicators that I've seen and I've learned over my short time with him that I would be very comfortable in saying, yeah, that was a positive indication for narcotics, and it's not necessarily a sit.
What is the most rewarding part of being a canine officer?
I think the most rewarding part, obviously, you do it because you want to get the drugs off the streets. You want to get them away from your family. You want to get them away from society in itself. But one of the most rewarding things is just the partnership with your dog. I mean, he's fantastic to have around. He just all he wants to do is please me and the guys that I work with, and to see that and the fun that he has doing it, that's probably the most rewarding for me.
I would say at some point, too, it makes the police work that the Jasper City Police do or the state police do or the sheriff's department does easier because you have this dog.
It does. I mean, the easiest part, you know, with that is obviously your vehicles. When you come to homes and stuff like that, you got to have, you know, search warrants, and there's certain different things you got to have for homes. But yeah, absolutely, it's a huge tool in helping bring drugs off the streets.
So if a police officer would pull over somebody and they suspect drug use, they give you a call?
Yeah.
And then you bring the dog, and how long does all that take?
It depends. If I'm home and I'm not working and I get called, 10-15 minutes probably, depending on where I have to go, because I can go. Now I'm primarily assigned to the city of Jasper, but I have been able to work, you know, in the surrounding towns in the whole county too. So, but if it's something in town and I'm at home 10-15 minutes, if I'm working, you know, just whatever the drive time is from where I'm at compared to where they are.
What's the best kind of dog for drug sniffing? I know we had Trooper LaRoche with his dog, which was a black lab, a blackie, and yours is and I'm sorry again, that it's a Belgian
Malinois.
Malinois.
Yes. I don't know that there is a best dog for the job. The thing that, you know, that I was taught by the guy who trained my dog and me is the best dog is the one with the highest drive, the highest hunt drive, the highest ball drive.
Okay.
You know, the one that wants to work.
Well, yours seems to be pretty energetic and really does want to work.
Yeah, he's very energetic. I mean, but he's very good. He's very obedient. So he knows when it's time to have fun, and he knows when it's time to buckle down and get to work.
And this is probably, obviously it's a good thing to get drugs off the street. It's a great way to detect them.
Sure.
But it's also a good way for police departments to work with kids, for kids to realize that police officers are their friends, because almost everybody likes dogs.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've already done a bunch of, is the PR side of it, going and doing. I did a presentation at the museum. My first week back, I was at Precious Blood. My son's in preschool there, and I was in all the preschool classes with him my first week back. So yeah, it's great. It's fun to take him in and let all the kids roll around with him and pet on him and stuff like that, because he's very social. He's very lovable.
He seems like a really social, friendly dog. All right, well, thank you. Is there anything that you'd like to add?
Nope, we covered it. I wanted to make sure I got some thanks to the private donators that have given me money to help support this and keep it going in the community.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Our guest has been Officer Adam Bauer. He is with the Jasper City Police, and he has a canine that he has shown with us. He is a drug sniffer.
There you go.
All right. Thank you very much for being our guest, and thank you for watching WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.